We will be back in some form.
We have an army of digital soldiers because this was an insurgency.
Hundreds dead, thousands infected across multiple continents.
You guys know what this represents?
All the people that have gone out there against the mainstream media and said, you're going to call us racist, you're going to call us potential Timothy McVeighs, you are.
All right. Hope you patriots out there kicking ass and taking names. Welcome to the party, folks, to PatriotPartyNews.com. I am your host, Chaz Carter, better known as Underground Patriot, coming to you live from the Wolf Den. Yes, feel free. Share us out. Share us out if you're not afraid of your account being taken down. We're the number one banned news organization on the internet right now. And yeah, there you go. Give us a round of applause. Give yourself a round of applause. Yeah, absolutely. Man, lots of things are happening. Dallas is going to be joining us here momentarily. Hey, let us know where you are watching us from. Just trying to get the algorithm flip for a second, playing a little technical games, but also gives you opportunity to be able to let us know where you are watching us from. Carrie in Alberta, Canada, good to have you. Buffalo freaking Texas, as always. Angela, Eddie in the house. What's up? In Texas. Rumble giving everyone fits. Hopefully not. Go back in, refresh. I see you, Instagram. Let us know where you are watching us from. And I was checking out, making sure everything is working properly because this is what happened. Yep, we're good. So, all right, they're probably banning it on your end through the internet. Minnesota is in the house. Okay, Jen's saying that Rumble is down. It looks like... yeah, you can get us on X. You can get us on that. Man, I was getting while the getting was good, I guess, right? On that. That's right. Absolutely. Alabama. What's up, Georgia? Go Dogs. North Carolina. Kentucky's in the house on Instagram. Oh, Eddie says Insta scam now, right? Man, it's crazy. All right. Well, it is what it is. You can always go to our website, thepatriotpartynews.com, and jump in the chat over there as well. Obviously on X, we're on Kick. Yeah, take advantage of it while the getting's good, because this is where the cool cats go to get their daily intel, news, and bread. That's right. Thepatriotpartynews.com. Folks, we are more than just a website. We are a full functioning badassery Patriot broadcasting network and community. And we're broadcasting around the world. We have patriots from all over the world that are hooked up with us. A lot of you that are watching us are overseas in the UK, dealing what you're dealing with over there. We are praying for you. We are praying for those behind enemy lines, because that's pretty much what it is. Folks, the censorship is absolutely real. You cannot believe everything that's on the internet. A lot of it now is AI, and you can't even tell the difference. Once you come over to where all the patriots are coming over to, where there's no AI and there's no algorithms to chase you down and prohibit you from seeing the truth. Go to join.patriotshoot.com, free trial. Join.patriotshoot.com. It's also in the links, probably where you're watching it as well. Not to mention, it's probably in the chats as well. You can start a free 30-day trial. Also, another way you can support us as well is obviously through our products and services. Again, you can go to our partners tab on our main website and it will walk you through everything, including the coupon and discount codes. Pretty freaking awesome there. Also, don't forget, learn how to protect yourself and your family. We started off just strictly, with the tick products that we have. It's pretty state of the art. It helps during the tick cycle. You're not going to be able to stop them from getting on you. But what you can do is prohibit the tick cycle from taking place. That's where we come in. Text your first and last name to 877-776-6391 if you're remotely interested in protecting yourself and your family. Also, we do have a fuel additive that we've got our hands on that extends the life of your fuel right now. Thank God it's dropped a little bit. I'll take that all day long, but just to let you know, we do have that. Again, if you have interest in that, again, text the number there. Thank you, Angela. First and last name, 877-776-6391. And due to the volatility of the world, we said, man, we're going to go ahead and start setting it up, the off-grid network. We've partnered up with Skycom, PTT.com. Today's Wednesday. I think we do a radio check at 12:30 Central, 1:30 Eastern Standard Time here shortly. We'll be doing that. All you got to do is click on the Shop Now. Now, if you want to be a part of the PPN network, we have 5 total groups. 4 of them were public. We have our international group. Obviously, we're tied in with Charlie Ward and the Insider Club over there. It's pretty awesome. You might want to check it out. There is financing options because I told Michael, I said, listen, some people are on a fixed income. They don't want to feel left behind, and they're already struggling financially. So there is some financing put in place. All you got to do is call the number, and then they can obviously go through the details there as well. Cool. I see Punisher Dallas is up in the studio. Let me see if I can bring this man in here. What's up, man?
Hey, buddy.
Man, well, never a dull moment around here. So you having a blast watching all the craziness going on, everything, and the blowing up stuff, and Iran's coming out fighting. What's up with that? Bombing Israel.
Well, because let's be honest, Israel's the one blowing crap up. I mean, they bombed Lebanon again.
The dam. They freaking tried to blow up the dam. They kill a bunch of folks. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like a movie, though, right? I know.
Yeah, I know. But hey, we're at peace. We're doing peace talks as we keep shooting at each other. That's what I said yesterday.
I think they're talking to the wrong people that pull the strings. Is what it just sounds like to me.
Well, yeah, because they're not including Israel. I mean, Israel literally said, we are not going to let the United States broker a peace deal with Iran. That's what they said over the weekend. And now everybody's confused and like, oh, what's going on? They're still shooting missiles. Well, I mean, they told us. They told the whole world what they were going to do. And for some reason, because it's Israel, and nobody wants to believe it or nobody wants to hear it, or I don't know. It's weird.
Well, go figure. By the way, when we're showing this segment here, just understand this is part of the scam. This is part of the manipulation of mainstream media, just like they did with COVID-19, creating fear, creating where people need to go get a vaccine. Okay, don't do it. Just say no. CDC asked staff to volunteer to help with Ebola screenings at airports and with the DRC outbreak. Again, same thing. They're trying to pitch another narrative of go and get killed.
Well, or hey, this is going to get loose because right now it's in the Congo. It's going to get loose, and they're telling you how they're going to spread it. They're going to spread it through the airplanes, right? I mean, somebody's going to get on a plane and land in London or land in New York, and all of a sudden we're going to have cases breaking out, just like they did 8 years ago here in Dallas. I mean, I remember when that guy got off the plane and wound up in the hospital in downtown Dallas. It's the same playbook, just a different team, right? They changed jerseys, Instead of the Bears, now they're the Eagles, but they're running the same play, right? It's the craziest thing.
So the Independent's reporting Trump team plans to send Americans exposed to Ebola to Kenya instead of bringing them home for treatment. A report's coming out. Let's see if that's, it's coming from the Independent. So we'll see.
I'm not sure how you do that with an American citizen.
That's what I was trying to figure out too.
That's violating like every part of the Constitution and the Bill of Rights and all that stuff.
Lots of things in your neck of the woods. Ken Paxton, all that stuff. I said this earlier on Coffee with Chaz, which is inside a Patriot Shoot. If you ever want to check out, we do it Monday through Friday. But, I've heard some bad things about Ken, but it was kind of hard for me to believe. I never had anything against him necessarily, and I really don't know enough about, I guess, to make a judgment for me personally. I mean, what's your thoughts?
I've had a few opportunities or instances where I thought I was going to get to meet him in person.
Oh, nice.
And then either he didn't show up or I couldn't make it or whatever. It's literally happened probably 5 or 6 times in the last 3 or 4 years. We were supposed to speak at an event together, which would have been cool, but then he ended up, not making it at the last second. But I don't know, man. I'm torn because he did so many really good things.
Yeah.
And unlike our governor, Abbott, who consistently would say one thing, but then do something else, do the opposite, Ken always seemed to say the right thing and do the right thing. But, man, there is a concerted effort to defame him. And, they impeached him, for Christ's sakes. And he won. They lost. But they did the same thing to him that they did to Trump. So I want to believe that he's a good dude, but again, like I said, I've never met him, and so I've never been able to shake his hand and kind of get a read off of him. But I mean, they just Texas is like the focal point of this battle. And excuse me, I have the hiccups. In my opinion, the city of Fort Worth just named a Muslim woman as the head principal for the school district. And she is a member of BLM. She's a member of the Muslim Brotherhood. She flies the Muslim Brotherhood flag. And that's who they just put in charge of their schools, right? There's an attack on Texas because we are the largest state, and it's from top to bottom. So I don't know what's going on with the AG. My assumption is that Paxton will run for governor is what I'm assuming, but I know almost nothing about the guy who beat him, which is weird.
I don't
Kind
know.
of like the guy who beat Massey.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, here's some more recalls going on. We talked about some of the what was it? Smoothie
pudding.
products and yeah.
Or the banana.
Yeah. That's it. I was talking about banana daiquiris. That's right.
Yeah,
Yep,
banana smoothie mix.
Smoothie stuff. So Walmart's issuing an urgent recall of popular seasoning over potential fatal health risk. Now they're talking about a ranch seasoning sold at Walmart has been recalled due to the potential salmonella contamination. Ooh.
How does that get? I mean, this is where I'm a little confused. Both of those products are dried powders. How do you get a bacteria or a viral, it's bacteria, I guess, infection in a powder that's processed, right? I mean, that to me, that means somebody's putting it in there, Chaz.
You got it. Look, man, I'm telling you, they are trying to kill us at every freaking angle. And what's helping us, a lot of us are awake. A lot of people, I mean, we think we take it to the extreme. Go behind closed doors with some folks in their house and their family and what they do to protect themselves from this. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I agree with you 1,000,000%. Like this was engineered, obviously on purpose. And what else are they trying to do? They're trying to get us away from certain maybe chicken and meats that we would normally buy. They're trying to get us to do the 3D crap, the Bill Gates special. Okay. So, I'm going to start calling it the big bill, right?
Yep.
That's what he's trying to do. It's just nuts. And then I just heard not that long ago, we haven't really talked about it, but Trump's former AG, Pam Bondi, thyroid cancer battle is being revealed after the DOJ firing. This is coming from the Times of India on that. And she was also recently supposedly appointed to the AI board. From what I'm understanding as well. So
Yeah, that's what I saw the other day. So they're saying that she has thyroid cancer.
Yeah. Well, Al Green, no, not the singer. Representative Christian Menifee in Texas primary with 2 incumbents. It looks like he's gone. He's out of there. Yeah. Remember, he's the one that would always have the cane. And he would do a disruption at the State of the Union address or this and that and whatever. And
always scream racism, even when it was like 2 black people or no black people, like just always screamed racism.
So I purposely did not tell you about this other story because I'm dying to ask you about it. I'm dying to find out. And you probably know what I'm about to show, but it was pretty serious. Great discussion we had with Coffee with Chaz this morning talking about this. But Donald Trump Jr. married Palm Beach's royalty, Bonita Anderson, yesterday in a private ceremony. Her late father, banker Harry Lloyd Anderson Jr., was an Epstein enabler. In 1999, he wrote a recommendation letter calling Epstein a gentleman of the highest integrity, to help him get big tax breaks in the Virgin Islands, which so happens to be where Epstein Island is. Epstein also used his Palm Beach bank as well. And so there you go. Take a look at that. Question I'm going to ask you, just the same as that question I asked this morning. Innocent or guilty? Innocent meaning a civilian in crossfire just because he's a banker, does business with all kinds of multi-gazillionaires, or another compromised situation. It seems like there's, I hate to say this, but on the outside looking in, I feel, this is my personal opinion, that's another compromising situation for the Trumps.
I don't know how you look at it any other way, Chaz. I mean, let's take our MAGA hat off and our right versus left and conservative versus liberal.
And nobody here has an agenda, by the way. Just want to let everybody know that up front as we're discussing this, because
I'm trying to help people see this all through a different lens, right? If man and woman, because this is a new relationship, right? I mean, Don Jr. has been single.
Long, were they? They weren't even together long, were they?
No, it's literally in the last few years, right? Because Don's been running around single for the last 6 or 7 or 8 years, fishing and hunting and all that stuff. And I've only met Don Jr. once. He was very nice to me. And got a great vibe. We got great feeling, when I met him. But you have a man fall in love with a woman, but it's not just a man and it's not just a woman, because they both come from a lineage, and as the son of the president who campaigned on destroying a man and exposing a man named Jeffrey Epstein, to fall in love and get married to the daughter of the guy who bankrolled him, set him up to get his island where horrible atrocities took place, and was business partners with him for decades and decades. Optically, Chaz, I'm not, if I'm Don Jr., I'm not entering into that relationship purely because of the optics. It has nothing to do with whether I love her or not. I am going to avoid that relationship because I don't know how anybody looks at that and goes, totally innocent. Nothing strange going on there, especially after the last 2.5 years where my father, if I'm Don Jr., has, at the very least, blatantly disrupted and distracted and impeded the release of the Epstein files. I think this is a horrible look. I think it's another peek into the slow degradation of that family and the how the family has been compromised over this last 2 or 3 year period, because Trump, in my opinion, is a completely different person than he was before the election, right? I mean, before the election and after inauguration this last time, there was something took place.
Mm-hmm. I agree. We all agree. That's
to watch, the business dealings of the Trump, children.
Yeah.
We know what happened with Ivanka and her, and her and Kushner, and now this, Chaz. If you want my honest opinion, this is the cabal and the black hats and the deep state just rubbing their thumb in the wound of whatever it is they have on Donald Trump.
I'll tell you this right now. I've never seen the chats this quiet at all. And I'm curious to know what our audience members think about this on the screen. We would welcome any of your comments and your thoughts towards this, because this is a very serious matter. And
I don't know how you see it any other way, Chaz. With everything that's gone on and the optics of what we're looking at, man, this is terrible, man. And I would expect Don Jr., who's a very with it guy, and he understands social media and he understands the political ramifications of these things.
Yeah, I agree with that. Political suicide, 100%. No question.
I don't know how you see it any other way, Chaz.
I mean, didn't Don Jr.'s one that had the post talking about we must release the Epstein files, and then somebody was doing the comparisons to what Trump posted. Forget about the Epstein files.
Yep.
And I mean, it was just night and day. I'm sitting there thinking the mindset Jr. and everyone had with Trump.
It's Melania, right? Melania comes out and validates the Epstein list and the victims, and goes in total contrast to Trump and this administration. Don Jr. did the same thing, and now Don is married to the daughter of the guy who bankrolled, or one of the many men that bankrolled Jeffrey Epstein. That's just, the optics are terrible.
I tell you what, we will do a call in at some point, because they're all wanting to do a call in. I know they were wanting to do it. Coffee with Chaz, everybody, and you got people saying things like, Rose Flower in the Rumble Rant is saying, keep your enemies closer. Okay.
Barry MC.
Yeah. By the way, I'll take this moment real quick to go ahead. I'm going to do a radio check and for Skycom PTT. Hey, listen, guys, if you want become a part of our PPN's off-grid network, you can go to skycomptt.com and go to buy now, and then click on the red PPN button. Hello, radio check. Chaz here.
Linda, South Carolina.
Roger, Linda, thank you.
Angela for Dallas, Texas.
Roger that. I'll let it speak a little bit longer. Cool. All right. There we go. That's our radio check. I'll probably come in here in a second. All right. So we have different groups again. We do this every Wednesday. Some people have theirs on, some people don't. But more people are starting to turn theirs on, especially with what's going on right now with the craziness. Oh, man. Well,
I really like.
I got to go back to this, man. I got to go back to the screen again and continue. Go ahead, sir.
mean, one of the comments, sins of my father are not my sins. Food for thought. 1000% in everyday normal life. This John Jr. and this scenario is not everyday normal life, right? And that, albeit is a very sincere and very sweet quote, that does not apply in my book in this world that we're looking at right here. Because it is all it is all tied together. And with the advent of social media and TikTok and in 24/7 streaming news, optics are a thing. I mean, it is something you have to consider. And I don't know how you look at this and go, it's nothing.
Greg, Oklahoma.
Oh, heck yeah, man. We got people coming in. So
Yeah.
anyway, I just
Oh, you're good.
This is a bad
I
look.
think this has to be talked about because a lot of people just kind of want to put it under the rug. We can't do that. We cannot do that.
That's what they've been doing.
Quarter of this bad boy.
Yeah, that's what they've been doing for the last 3 or 4 months as we bring up these super odd, weird, bad optics events, and everybody just brushes them under the rug. Oh, they're blah 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 blah. Whatever. They're good business guys, or they didn't know. Like,
keep your enemies closer. That's what I'm seeing in the chats. Keeping your enemies closer, and I don't know.
Yeah, but at the expense of your son and your grandchildren, like that's not what that quote means.
And that's the conversation I had with Charlie Ward. When Charlie Ward, and I was like, man, I just can't get past that mentally. That as being a father, and I think that's maybe kind of where you're coming from as well. Obviously, being a father, the love you have for your own children. I'm not sacrificing or putting my daughters in harm's way to keep an enemy close. Right.
I will buddy up to that
unless
person.
he's already gone.
Well,
see, I know. I'm not trying to be a
that's the cop out that I just can't get. I can't wrap my head around, Chaz. Oh, they're all dead. Well, bullshit. I mean, okay, maybe. I'm not even arguing whether they're dead or not, or if it's the real one or the fake one or the 2.0. Well, all I know is that laws are still being passed. Things are still being put in place that if we're not careful, much like, again, I've mentioned it before, the 16th Amendment, it was never ratified, Chaz. It was never ratified, meaning it was never made a thing. It was never made a law. But yet that one law that was never made a law has enslaved this entire world in the United States to paying income tax for 100 plus years. It was never made a thing. It was never a real law, but yet we have all been duped into paying our taxes, at least up until recently, because we thought it was a law. It was never ratified, Chaz. So all of this stuff, they're like, oh, it's the government's not real, the House isn't real, the Senate's not real, all this stuff they're passing can't stand. Well, explain the 16th Amendment to me. Because it stood.
There must be a delay in our chat because they're absolutely going off of the rails right now. Hey, I just got a special personal text in claiming, sorry to say, wife looks like a transvestite. Look at the Adam's apple. I haven't even looked at it. I don't even know. But obviously it's coming from somewhere.
That's the cabal's way, brother. I mean, they give you a handler, but it's not the handler you think.
Oh God, Lord Jesus, help us. Oh me. Yeah, we could spend the whole damn show talking about that right there. But we can't.
Yeah, that was a good one though. But that's terrible optics, man. Terrible.
Well,
optics.
it's very terrible. We don't want that. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that labeling. But you got to understand that money did nefarious things to children, to God knows what else. And if your hands are all over it, you're profiting from that.
And if she was the daughter, wouldn't it stand to reason that she's probably been put through the system? Would be my guess.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, it's more of the same here. Now, a lot of people are trying to say now because of this, that's why Trump didn't go to the wedding. I disagree. I think it was a security protocol.
Yeah.
I mean, because they didn't want everybody in one spot. That's just, and they were in the Bahamas, from what I'm understanding.
Yeah.
So
no, that's not. If Trump wouldn't let him get engaged, if that was, you know what I mean? If Trump had that big of a thought and that big of an issue with it, they wouldn't even be engaged, let alone getting married. Like that's in my opinion, that's total BS, man.
well, let's get back to the food again. So Tyson,
Oh, I saw this the other day. This woman is awesome.
check this out. Tyson chicken.
So if you're going to stop buying one thing at the store, I think it should be chicken. And the reason I say chicken is because chickens are pumped with the most antibiotics and hormones of any other animal that you can eat. And the reason is because we've raised them, actually. So we've raised these genetically modified bird that Tyson created. They're called Cornish crosses. We've raised them here on our farm. We did them last year. And they are the most gangly birds you've ever seen in your entire life. So Tyson created them to grow really quickly. So in 8 weeks, they're full size. And if you let them go much past 8 weeks, their legs will start to break because they get so big, and their systems will start to shut down because there's so much fat around them. So they're just these huge birds that grow really quickly, and they just sit at the feeder and they just eat. You can't let them free range because they can't really move. They don't lay eggs. They're just this weird bird. Anyways, so that's what Tyson uses. And because when Tyson has them, they are not, like, at least we had ours out in pasture. But Tyson has them in these huge confined areas, and they're all sick. So they have to get antibiotics and hormones to make them grow, all this stuff. Anyways, so that's why I would say chicken. And the reason that you cannot touch, like, it's such a huge ordeal if you touch raw chicken, is because these chickens are so disgusting. So you will get sick if you touch it. But if you cook it, obviously, like, that's totally fine. But in our case, because our chickens were raised on pasture and fed really good food, and even though they still grew stupidly fast, so we could, if we wanted to, we will not die by touching that chicken, but at the same time, you still don't want to. Anyways, I would say chicken. If you're going to change something, chicken, for sure. And I will say, though, those Cornish crosses, they taste so good. Like, when we did them ourselves, that was the yummiest chicken I've ever tasted over store-bought chicken, which kind of just ends up tasting a little bit bland because they've had to bleach it so much because it's so disgustingly dirty. Ugh. Okay, anyways, yeah. Stop buying chicken if you can.
Well, I love chicken, by the way, for the record. Okay. Don't put no fried chicken.
I did. I've watched so many videos like that, Chaz, over the last 6 months. I'm like, yeah. But yeah. She has a lot of really good
corner
videos.
with a celery stick is where you got me.
The what?
You got me in the corner with a celery stick.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
So here's another one I'll throw at you here. Biden sues the DOJ to block release of audio recordings tied to special counsel probe. Really? Just the mask still fits? Looks like it. Yeah.
You have the former president suing the current DOJ to block recordings of him. That doesn't sound suspicious.
Make it make sense, as you would say.
Yeah.
Senate Democrat pepper sprayed at a protest outside of an ICE detention facility in New Jersey.
Oh, please tell me there's a video.
I hope. Pray.
The president's tax returns were compromised. You had a contractor.
Like that down here. Maybe.
Wait, Lindsay, what's in your lens? Let's discuss it. So, Morning Joe host Joe Scarborough went off this week questioning
what the Trump administration could possibly be hiding.
Yeah, I don't see the video. All this is pretty much bashing Trump left and right on any little thing.
Yeah, I just wanted to see him get sprayed in the face by a
I did too, by God. Telegraph's reporting 40% of babies born in Britain last year had a migrant parent.
Because rape is at an all-time high, man. And that's not me being funny or racist or anything. That statistic is almost a direct correlation to the skyrocketing sexual assault and rape cases.
There's some more stuff coming out of the UK. 40% of new UK homes could go to migrants by 2030. We could have probably told everybody that one, right?
Yeah, because they're giving them money, Chaz. They're giving them money to buy homes. We're doing the same crap in the United States.
Yeah, Britain's flood to U.S. government's free speech portal in bid to flee censorship at home. It's alive and well, isn't it? It is. It is. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, but do we really have free speech here? We have multiple people in jail right now for posting things on social media, questioning the government, the local community, local government, and the bigger government. So what are they fleeing to, Chaz?
Yeah, unfortunately, everyone is finding this now about the Don Jr. and Epstein ties. Wow, yeah, we don't like it either. We're not all happy, jumping on cloud nine over here because of it. Trust me, okay, but it doesn't help. It doesn't help, and need to understand what else do we not know that's happened. And that's
or what else have you and I been right about that everybody has completely discredited and thrown out because their last name was Trump? I mean, that's what jumps to my brain, Chaz, is if this is correct, then all these other things we've talked about, these business dealings and buying these companies and oil trades that everybody has totally discredited, that all makes way more sense now. If he's willing to make this poor of a judgment here, then why would you think that anything else is out of, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Breaking news, President Trump confirms he will make a public appearance at a Madison Square Garden for the New York Knicks NBA final game. Oh, man.
Cool.
This is coming from the Guardian, the General MC News on X, B-. I get my B- ranking. So I'd say it's, interesting. We're not out of the clear. Just for people to understand, I'm waiting for the scare event. I think they're still trying to sprinkle Project Bluebeam on us, Dallas. We're just not having it. And I think it's blowing their mind. It's shocking them because they're not getting the reaction from the public that they thought they were going to get. So what is the Hail Mary that never fails? Doing something crazy and a bunch of people are taken out and a ton of people around the world watch it happen. That's the unfortunate thing. Or maybe not. They just snip those cables and 97% of the internet goes out. And I'll be all day breaking 1-9.
Did I catch a niner?
Yeah, that's right. You see how Smokey? Come on,
Yeah. Hey,
that's Southern talk. Meaning, did you see that police officer? Just for those that need to interpret there, but it does kick you in the stomach. You got to admit. Seeing that in the connection, but it's also got to kick you in the stomach too about what they did to Massey. People haven't forgot about that in those ballots that come in late at, was it 10,800, something like that?
Yep.
I'm probably wrong with the count, but I know it was over 10,000 that hit Gail Rain, or if I'm pronouncing it correctly,
Ed.
all that. You ain't gonna hear anybody. I haven't heard anybody willing to go outside of go to FOIA, whatever, get the public information that you can get. I haven't heard of any investigations. It's just like they've got everybody like, you can't do it. You can't touch it. Let it go through. It's what it seems like.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean,
the foot, let's be real. What would happen?
They added 52,000 votes from the previous election. Added, right? So you went from 52 to 104. So they doubled the number of people that came and voted. They tripled the number of people that voted during the presidential election. They doubled for this particular race. They doubled the number of people that voted. And out of the additional 52,000 people, Massey only got 8%. So you're telling me that more than double the people came and voted, and they all voted for the other guy who nobody had even heard of until 6 weeks before this race? Not to mention the fact that that guy had also run for a House seat, a local state House seat, and got blown away. Like he lost by like 30 points, right? But this guy comes in and gets 42% of an additional doubling of the votes. It's the math. The math don't math, Chaz. You get 10,800 mail-in ballots, and all but like 400 of them go to one candidate. That's bullshit, Chaz. It doesn't work that way. It violates every law and mathematical rule that exists in our universe. But yet, hey, it was a fair and square. It's the most. When have you heard this before? It's the most fair and straight up election in history. That's what they said about 2020.
But Massey is bad. Remember that.
Right about it with Iran. Iran is very much intent. They want very much to make a deal. So far, they haven't gotten there. We're not satisfied with it, but we will be. We will be either that or we'll have to just finish the job. But the Navy is gone, as I've said 1,000 times. The Navy is gone. Their Air Force is gone. Everything's gone, and they're negotiating on fumes. But we'll see what happens. Maybe we have to go back and finish it. Maybe we don't. Right now, I mean, you can speak to Steve Witkoff and Jared. They're doing a good job. But right now, I think
I would rather not.
It looks like they want to just make a deal. They want to. They have. I don't think they have a choice. They're just going back to the internet because they're getting clobbered. Their economy is in free fall. They have 250% inflation. But again, people don't want to write about it.
This is the 9th time we've destroyed their Navy because we blew up more Navy ships this weekend.
But there was more Navy than they discovered. You realize that, right? Every time one goes down, another one pops up.
Well, I know, but that's not what Trump says.
I mean,
Trump says we sunk their whole Navy. He said that 8 times. And like, that's the part that nobody gets. Their military,
but it's misdirection, Dallas. That's what a lot of people will say. It's built to be a psyop in him doing that, or it's a comm of some sort. That's what I keep on hearing from folks. Everyone's like, "Oh, it's a comm. Oh, he's doing that on purpose." You know, it's the art of the deal. I've heard, just like you have heard those things. So, what sense does all of this make? It makes none outside of it being very bad for us.
So I learned this a long time ago. My best friend taught me this lesson. The human being can rationalize anything they want. Any behavior, anything you want, the human brain has the ability to find a way to rationalize why it's okay. And unfortunately, Chaz, that is what is happening right now, is that even though you see something, you hear something, you read something that your brain goes, what? No, that's impossible. And then because you don't want to believe it could possibly be true, your brain immediately and instinctively starts rationalizing why that can be true, right? Or why that's okay. Oh, it's a calm. It's it's gematria, it's this, it's that. Sometimes it just is what it is, right? I mean, Don Jr. marrying the daughter of the guy who bankrolled and helped and supported Jeffrey Epstein,
wrote endorsement letters to be able to
like
banking
that. You can rationalize that however you want to. Keep my enemies closer. Okay, cool. So he's going to sacrifice his son to keep his, plus I don't know, Chaz, I could go off on this for hours, but
well, this is a good question here from Barry MC saying, do Americans trust Trump? I think at one point, absolutely everybody did. That was,
I did emphatically. Yeah, I did emphatically, Chaz.
Yeah.
And I believed all the hype, and I believed all of the trust the plan, and the where we go one, we go all. I believed all of that stuff, but what I am watching and seeing and reading with my own eyes and my own senses and my own intuition, my own discernment are telling me a totally different story now. And it is very frustrating and it's very disheartening. And then you put something up like you put up today on the show, Don Jr. marrying the daughter of the banker.
How come that didn't come out before when he was engaged to her? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, they got married, and now all these stories are coming out about their engagement. Well, when did they
or
got
is
engaged
it
the day
because
before?
it was close-lipped and the DOJ, and it was part of the Epstein files, and it didn't come out?
Well, then that should tell you everything you need to know.
That is
If
a
the
strong
DOJ was
possibility.
hiding it,
That is an absolute strong possibility right there. And if that's the case, oh Lord, get ready.
if the DOJ has been hiding it, then that should tell you everything you need to know. And that's, and like, it just sucks, man. It sucks because I still, this day, I want Trump to be the guy I voted for. I want all of those promises he made on the campaign trail to come true. One of which was releasing the Epstein files and holding those dirtbags accountable. The other was getting to the bottom of the 2020 stolen election. None of those things.
Everyone's got their own opinion here too, just like
and I'm cool with that.
Still riding with Trump.
But you can rationalize any behavior you want. You can rationalize anything in the world. That's a gift God gave us. And the fact that every time something comes up that's a little bit negative or a little bit suspicious in regards to Trump or anybody related to him or anybody in his cabinet, the first thing everybody does is rationalize why it can't be true. And I think that's a bad way to go through life.
Just like Chris Wright, 63, says Trump trusts, not at the moment. So, people just like us, you had tremendous trust, and then it's broken off with what you're seeing right now. And you're like, have I really fell for it? No, you didn't fall for anything. Something serious happened behind the scenes, a changeover of some sort.
I think something
a handshake, a deal, whatever you want to call it, has taken place. And it's very apparent for those that are awake.
I think something bad happened. And some kind of mental, moral compromise was forced.
May I ask you what can we go a step further? I'd like to know, okay, something bad. What's your definition of bad? Like, what would you consider bad in this situation? Like, what do you think? What was it exactly that was bad? Or
I have no idea.
Your mind when you say that?
My guess, right? Because what would make me make a choice like that? My guess is his children or grandchildren were threatened, and it's a viable threat and something that could not be protected or like that. That's what makes the most sense to me, that his family was threatened in such a real and violent way that it forced him to then be compromised. But he also, Trump is very, and I'm not even saying this in a negative way. He's a very egotistical, pride-driven person. Mm-hmm. And maybe the fact that they could destroy his entire legacy, maybe that one, That one I could see because of his personality and the way he's lived his entire life. And again, I'm not saying that negatively, right? I'm saying that's what made him successful. But to me, it had to be his family. Like they had to have threatened, like legitimately threatened or, compromised one of his grandchildren, or maybe multiples. I don't know, but I don't know, Chaz, but something big enough to make him completely flip 180 from where he was. And that's just what I see.
Well, at the end of the day, I think someone needs to put up or shut up there about overkicking coverage there.
Absolutely.
Good
Thanks,
stuff, brother. Hey, appreciate you, man. I'm going to holler at you here in a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Bye. Another one in the box, folks. Appreciate everyone tuning in as you always do. Just want to let everyone know that there's a lot of different changes happening in the world, and you got to be, on top of things. And sometimes they don't necessarily go the way that you want it to go. And you've got to be able to change it up on a dime. Some people are able to do that. Some people are not. Here, you need to check out what's going on with the Rumble wallet here, okay? We're hearing a lot about crypto. Here's the part that most people miss. I try to stay away from crypto, and it was created so you could actually own and control your money, okay? Same thing they tried to do back in the 2008 financial crisis. Bitcoin was designed as an alternative to banks, and instead of a bank holding your money and delaying transfers or limiting access, you're in control. And if you've ever had to wait to transfer or to clear and you felt that was a problem, now there's a fast way to do it today. Everyone's getting started with different things out there, and it feels kind of complicated. That's exactly why we've started using Rumble Wallet. It takes that complexity and makes it simple. Choose what you want, everything from crypto to even real back digital gold back currency. No complicated setup. It connects with MoonPay, so you can obviously use your credit card, debit card, bank, and it'll really be up and running in about a couple of minutes. Once you've set up, you can even support your favorite creators, even like us here at PPN directly. So you can scan this QR code, click the link in the description, and download the Rumble Wallet. From there, you can set up your wallet, tap buy, and then you're in the game in just a few minutes. You can go from hearing about different things out there, from crypto to gold to everything else, to actually owning some. Check it out, the Rumble Wallet. So there you go on that. God bless the Republic of the United States of America, and God bless you, patriots. Without you folks, there is no America, or world for that matter. We'll talk to you. See ya. Hi there, I'm Chaz Carter. Welcome to Patriot Shoot. If you're looking for a censorship-free platform where you can freely express your thoughts and connect with like-minded individuals, then you're in the right place. At Patriot Shoot, we offer more than just a membership. For just $8.99 per month, we provide you with daily intel, weekly giveaways, and access to our exclusive voice chat platform called Patriot Talk, where we have somewhere between 200 to 400 active members just on that alone, discussing a wide range of topics every single day. You'll gain access to our state groups where you can connect with members in your states at a grassroots level. Our community is all about open dialogue and sharing valuable information without the fear of being silenced. Whether it's discussing current events, giving advice, or personal matters, or simply connecting with others on Patriot Shoot, it is the place to be. So what are you waiting for? Join us today. Experience the freedom of speech and just fill out the form below and get started. We cannot wait to have you here with us, and welcome aboard.